Good morning. It's Monday, February 27th, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about food and the food situation in the United States. Right now we have lots of food, fruits and vegetables and things like that, rotting in the fields because the restaurants and the colleges and the schools are not open, and a lot of that food would go to them. So probably 40% of the food that is in the field right now is going to rot there. And the FDA, which is the Food and Drug Administration, right, hasn't gotten around or wasn't very quick to realize what was going on. And they haven't made any arrangements until just recently, like 10 weeks into this epidemic, right, or pandemic. 10 weeks into this epidemic, they finally realized they got to do something with this food, but they're so slow. They haven't got anything organized to get food banks together, to get charitable organizations together, and to get this food picked up and moved out of the fields. That's a terrible thing. So I'll leave that alone for a while. But then you got, on the other side of the coin, you got the meat packing plants, which has been viciously attacked, ferociously attacked by the virus. There are workers in all of the major plants, like Tyson Foods and Conagra and Hormel and Kraft and Heinz. Those people are getting sick. Sorry. There's over 3,500 cases. Workers are confirmed sick, and at least 17 of them have died. And the employees who work at these facilities are increasingly frightened to go to work or required to quarantine at home because of possible exposure to the COVID-19 virus. And some even say their employers have concealed the COVID-19 outbreaks or refused to provide protective equipment for the workers. Now, not only is the virus attacking the meatpacking plants, it's also attacking the food processing plants. That's the people that do frozen foods and prepare take-home dinners and things like that. So those plants are also being attacked by the COVID-19. Okay? So at this stage, I have to teach you a little bit about the initials that are important in this business. So first of all, there's FERN, F-E-R-N. FERN stands for the Food Emergency Response Network. And then there's ERS, which is the Economic Research Service of the Department of Agriculture. And then we have NIFA, which is the National Institute of Food and Agriculture. Now, the Secretary of Agriculture, gentleman whose name is Sonny Perdue, and he's not a member of the Perdue chicken family. He's a veterinarian who graduated from the University of Georgia Veterinary School and practiced in North Carolina, but also was a two-term governor of Georgia, and he's made his career as a politician right now. Well, he's the Secretary of Agriculture. He knows the agriculture business because he grew up on a farm and he worked in a farm and he'd been around animals and everything. So I have no problem with the fact that he's qualified to do the Secretary of Agriculture's job, except that he seems to be a cheap son of a bitch. He decided that NIFA, the National Institute of Food and Agriculture, ERS, which is the Economic Research Service, should be moved to Kansas City. Why does he want to move them to Kansas City? His claim is they'll be closer to the rural population and the people who do the agricultural work. So this relocation idea has so far primarily resulted in a massive staff attrition. 141 out of 181 from the ERS are not going, right? And the ones who are staying are renegotiating their contracts, right? And of the 224 people at NIFA, only 70 are going, right? So that's not very good. These people are experts in the field. They have years and years of experience dealing with the economics of a food production and the safety of the food production So there's absolutely decimated the department. And these people deal with dairy market consolidation, precision agriculture, biotechnology. They control our organics program. They control our climate change program. They control the crop insurance program. All these people are gone just to save a few bucks. That's lunacy. I say, what's the rush? In a situation with the pandemic going on, you're giving up all of this experience for a few bucks? That's insane. And another thing that he did, they lowered the nutritional standards for school lunches, and that will benefit the large agribusinesses. They'll save a ton of money because of that. Why are we messing with the nutritional value of our children, right? And all of this is part of his political and personal interests with respect to running the Department of Agriculture. So when I look at things like this, I realize how bad off we are in this country. We have nobody in the administration who seems to know what the hell they're doing. And you know where the buck stops. All right, I'll see you in the morning, tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye.